When you're working on a web page, you do need to stop every once in a while and take a peek at what it looks like in a browser. Now, we haven't gotten to the stage of peeking at anything yet. This lesson's about getting a web page open, not putting things on it. That's the next lesson. So I want to show you a page, so I need to go to a different web site. Now, I have more than one. You might too. If you do, you can do it right here. Click the Files tab and click this button right here and choose a different site that has things in it. Like we'll go to my website for trains. I'm a train nut. And we'll open up a page from there. Okay, there it is in Dreamweaver. But I want to see what it looks like in a browser. One way I can do this is go to the globe button right here. You can see I've got Safari, Firefox, that's obviously the Mac version, Opera, Device Central, and what's really cool, CS5, Adobe Browser Lab. You can edit the browser list if you have other browsers on your computer and add them to this list if you want to. You can choose one as your primary browser that comes up with the shortcut key if you want to use that. Let's go ahead and get out of here. Let's see what it looks like in Safari. That's the standard browser for Macintosh, really. And there you go. It's exactly what it's going to look like. Everything is there. I'm happy. Okay, I'm happy with what it looks like. But what about Windows, I don't have any Windows browsers up there. That's where the lab comes in. I really like this. So let's get out of Safari. Go back into Dreamweaver. Make sure you're in the classic workspace, all right? Come right over here, Adobe Browser Lab. Click the preview button, leave that alone. I think you're going to love this if you haven't used it before. You are going to a site, so you need to be active on the internet. But let's face it, we're web designers. We live on the internet. It's opening up Adobe Browser Lab. Takes a second for it to go. It'll ask you to sign in. Now, I've already done the sign-in stuff. But the first time you get here, it's going to ask you to kind of fill out a form. It's very easy to do. Fill out the form. And then eventually you get here. I'm going to type in my super top secret password. And you can stay signed in, which makes sense if you're working a lot during a normal day. If I sign in, though, it's going to open this page up, and it's going to default to one of the browsers. Now, it's going to default to Firefox 3.0. It'll take a second to load it because it's a pretty big page. You can see the number getting up to 70, 80, 90. It'll load it in a second. This is a screenshot. Remember that, too. This is not a functional page. But I'm now looking at this exactly the way it would look in Firefox on OS X. You say, well, how about Windows? I agree. Click this button right here, and let's go down to Internet Explorer. Now remember, this is just a screenshot. It's not a functional page. But I can look at this page, and I can see everything about that page and know exactly the way it's going to look for Windows people using Explorer 7, and I've got no problem whatsoever. I'm testing this to make sure it's going to work. I love this feature, and it is only in CS5. The Adobe Browser Lab is a very important thing. Now, it does other things. We'll talk about some of those other things later. But anytime you're worried about what it looks like in a different operating system especially, go to the lab. It's a great feature. Let's go ahead and get out of here and back into Dreamweaver again. And let's close this out. And let's get back to our site and continue our journey.